I'm Mrs. Miller. I'm part of the English team here at Ladybridge High School, and I'm making this video today as a bit of a how-to guide for parents in particular when helping your children learning at home. And this one is particularly about reading and highlighting a text and the things that you should be looking out for your child doing when they are reading and highlighting text. Okay. So first thing then, when you are reading a text, the first thing you want to do is to preview it. So skim read it first, just to kind of get an idea about what the text is actually about before you delve into it in kind of a deep reading session. If you note down the key things as you're going through, so any headings or any key things that pop out to you as you're reading, that's going to really help you to understand the text. So that's the first thing that you want your child to be doing. The second thing is when they're reading it closely, have a purpose in mind. So what is it that you want to get from reading this text? What are you trying to learn from reading this text? And as you are reading, keep that in mind at all times. It's also a really good idea to be annotating as you are reading. So after you've finished each section, just annotate in the margin any key ideas that pop out or any thoughts that you have from having read that particular bit. It's important for these annotations that you are using your own words so that you can demonstrate to yourself that you actually understand what it is you've read. And if you're finding it difficult to actually write down the meaning of something, then perhaps that's something you want to go away and ask a teacher about. The next thing is to ask and answer questions. So as you're reading through, if there are any headings, turn those headings into questions and aim to answer them as you read through that section. And again, that's going to help to show that you understand what you've read, and it'll bring up any questions that perhaps you're not able to answer by the end of it that you might want to go back and ask a teacher about. And then finally, for reading the text, after each section that you've read, after each paragraph or section, I should say, summarise what it is that you've learned in that bit, okay? So just a couple of lines, bullet points are absolutely fine, just to say, right, what is it I've learned here? What is it that I'm going to take away from having read this section? And it's going to help you understand what you do and don't understand about this text, okay? So in terms of highlighting then, quite often when students are highlighting their work, they've got this kind of idea in their head that they have to highlight absolutely everything, and they've got yellow all over the book, and it's really not very useful when it comes to revision if there's highlighting all over the page. So it's important that we are really honing in on our highlighting skills and what we should be looking to do. So after the end of each paragraph or section, that's when you're going to go back and you can think, right, what am I going to be highlighting here? So don't highlight as you go through, go back after you've read the section. Think about what are the key points in this particular section, and they're the bits that you want to look at to highlight. Limit yourself to just one sentence or phrase per paragraph. So you're going to have to think really carefully about which phrase best expresses the concept or the message of that particular section. And that's the bit that you're going to highlight. Rather than highlighting an entire sentence, try and just highlight keywords or very short phrases. Avoid full sentences and avoid anything particularly long, because that's not going to help you for revision. It's important we're getting the most concise and key information highlighted. Okay. So once you've read it and highlighted, then what do we do with that? So when you're revising a topic, first of all, try to write a summary of the ideas that link to that particular topic. Then you can go back and you can look at the summaries you wrote when you first read the text, and you can see if there's any differences. You can see if there's anything you need to add, and you can add that information at that point. Then look at your highlighted words and phrases and think about why you highlighted them. So why are those particular words and phrases key to that topic or to that idea? And again, you're going to add any further detail that you've missed in your original summary. You can add it in at that point, and that's going to help you to build up those skills and build up that knowledge base. Okay, so that is just a really quick run through of how to read and highlight a text in a really effective and meaningful way. Hope that was useful for you all. Thank you very much. Bye.